Hi, I'm Rob Morris, and today I'm going to be making my twice-baked goat's cheese soufflé, okay? I'm going to be serving that with a walnut dressing and a carpaccio of beetroot, which basically is just thinly sliced beetroot. And this is how you do it. So what we do, first off, is I've got 225 mils of whole milk, 1 bay leaf, 5 peppercorns, they go into the milk, and 1/4 of an onion. And what we do, we just simply bring it up to the boil, then we'll take it off the heat and let it infuse for a while. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is take 4 ramekins, grease our ramekins with a little bit of butter, and this enables us to take the soufflés out of the ramekins once they're cooked. I'll just leave them there for the moment. The onion's gone soft, so it's ready to actually come out of the pan now. So just pour your infused milk through the sieve into the jug. Okay. And that bit you discard. We clean our pan, we put it back onto the stove, and then we add 25 grams of butter. So this butter's melted now. So what we do, we go in for the same quantity. So it's 25 grams of butter, 25 grams of plain flour. And basically just mix it all up, like so. And that's what we're after, this beautiful sort of gummy paste. Now we've got our milk here, okay, and it's still hot. Always make it with the hot milk. So just little bits at a time. So that's probably only like 50 mils there. Stir it into it using a wooden spoon, and straight away that's incorporated that milk. So just add a little bit more. And you'll see the colour of the sauce change as well. See how it's sort of going white? And the last of the milk goes in there. So just let that sort of bubble away, simmer away, just nice and gently. And I'll just show you the sauce though. This is what we've got. It's beautiful, quite thick, but that's what we want for the soufflé, okay? You don't want it too thin. So just let that simmer away for a couple of minutes. And we're gonna take this sauce and we're just gonna pour it straight into the bowl. That's our sauce. 3 more ingredients now. First one, 2 egg yolks, and just beat them in. And you can see it's gone like a little sort of tingy yellow colour. This is goat's cheese. You want about 110 grams of cheese. And you just want to stir it a little bit. There we go. The last ingredient is just some fresh chives. Just chop them nice and fine. And this just gives it a really nice sort of mellow onion flavour. Scoop them all up, pop those, and again, just a little mix up. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. Not too much, but just a little bit, and a twist of pepper. You know, you have to season your food. So that's our sort of creme pat, as it were, made. So the next thing we need to do is take another bowl, and we've got 2 egg whites here. So the yolks have gone into there, egg whites into here. And we just want to whisk the egg whites up until they're nice and soft and doubled in volume. Okay, so the egg whites are done now. I will show you the consistency. Just a nice soft egg white. So we have our egg whites done now, and we go back to our lovely sauce here with our goat's cheese in it and chives. So what we're going to do is just going to feed a little bit of the egg white into it. So just 1 spoonful at a time, and always use a metal spoon. So just gently bringing it from the edges and just fold until all the white has disappeared. That's what we're after. Go in with a little bit more, tip it all in there. Don't want to waste any of it. And then just simply fold, just gently fold. Once all that white has gone, it is ready to be spooned into the ramekins. So I've got our ramekins here, which we've buttered before. And what we're going to do is probably fill them about 1 centimetre from the top, and they will soufflé up. Give that a little shake. So what I'm going to do now is going to boil the kettle, get some hot water, and we're going to fill the tray up. I've also preset the oven. It's been on for about 15 minutes at 180, okay? That's fan assisted. If it wasn't a fan assisted oven, then I would say about 200 degrees, okay? Pour it into the tray so it comes up 3/4 of the way up the ramekin. So this now goes in the oven for about 25 minutes. And what you want is them to rise up out of the ramekins, and they'll be springy to touch. It's about 20-25 minutes, and then we're going to let them cool. But in the meantime, what we can do is make our walnut dressing to accompany it. All you need is a jam jar, okay? So just take the lid off your jam jar. We're going to take a little bit of garlic, pop him on your board, and put your knife on top of the garlic. Just a little tap, that's all it is. And then just lift it up, and it just pops out of its skin, as easy as that. And what we need to do now is just chop it really finely. So, okay. Now, a little trick to get this really fine, what we do is just take a little bit of salt, a couple of grinds of salt on top of the garlic, and then using your knife, press on the garlic. And what the salt does, it acts as like grit, because you don't want big chunks of garlic in there, you know, it'd be too overpowering. Can you see that? How beautiful is that? So pop that into your jam jar. You want about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard in there. Okay, so 3 glugs of extra virgin olive oil and 1 glug of the white wine vinegar, just a touch of salt, a twist of pepper. So I'm just going to take a few walnuts. You only want about 4 or 5 walnuts. Pop them on your board. Just let your knife do the work. Just chop, chop, chop. So just chop those nice and finely. And again, just pop into your jam jar. It's not really for flavour, this last ingredient, just a bit of parsley, okay? This is probably more for colour, you know, presentation. So just take a little bit of parsley, hold it in position, and again, just take your knife to it and just roughly chop it first off. That goes into our jam jar. Lid on. Shake it. That's it. Salad dressing made. And that's it. Easy peasy. And that is ready to use. It smells delicious. We're going to check our soufflés now. So I'm just going to go to the oven. I mean, look at those beauties, eh? Okay, so the soufflés have been cooked and now they've cooled down, so I can pick them up in my hands. What you need to do now is just take a little knife and just run it around the rim of the souffle, just around the edge, but keeping the point of the knife touching the actual ramekin, like so. And then quite simply, because they're cooled off, they're not going to hurt your fingers or burn you. Turn it upside down, give it a little shake, and then eventually, there we go, you just feel it pop into your fingers. 4 beautiful twice-baked goat's cheese soufflés there. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. And what we do, we just grate a little bit of Parmesan over the top. And what that does, it sort of browns and crisps up a little bit whilst it goes back through the oven to warm through. And what I've done, I've preheated the oven. It's on 190 for fan assisted, probably about 200 for non-fan assisted oven. And you want to put them in for about 10 or 15 minutes, that's all. Now what we can do is start dressing our plates. So we've got 2 plates here. So what I'm going to do first off is take some fresh beetroot, which has just been cooked and peeled. Just slice it as thin as I can possibly get it. Just take your time. Again, you can do this in advance. Just simply take our beetroot slices, try and keep it centered as well. Okay, so some salad leaves. Use whatever you want. This is just a bit of frisée and it's got a little bit of lamb leaf in it. Okay, take our salad dressing. Again, just give it a little shake. I don't know, about half a teaspoon or so of the salad dressing, just to dress those leaves, okay? Just get your hands in there, give it a good mix around. Take a little plouche, as they call it in chef world, of the salad, and that will just sit on top, like so. Just take your time though, you know, make it look neat, don't just throw it on the plate. Okay, this is it. This is the moment. Soufflés are ready to come out of the oven. So this is what we want. That little bit of Parmesan cheese just gives it that beautiful sort of golden colour. So what I'm going to do, just take my palette knife, and I'm going to use this one. And what we do, just simply pop it on top. There we go, perfection. So just lift him up, pop him onto the leaves, a little bit of the salad dressing, and we're just going to drizzle just a little bit around the edge. I think your guests will be really, really impressed, you know, if you were given this as a starter. And then the last finishing touch, it's not essential, but I think it makes it a little bit more chefy. Take a few of those nice fresh chives, and we'll just put a couple of crisscrosses over the top. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my twice-baked goat's cheese soufflé with a walnut dressing and carpaccio of beetroot.